And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, my channel, Love Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, my channel, Love Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Love Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Love Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Love Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Love Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Love Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Love Gymnastics.
Hey everybody, welcome back.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the show. The weather is bad. I'm having technical issues, so I'm sorry off rip. Doing the best that I can. And we are here to discuss the recap of American classics. Not to be confused with U.S. classics or U.S. secret classic or U.S. core classics or whatever the hell it's called this year. This is American. Not to be confused with American Cup, which we don't have it anymore. This is American Classics, which is a qualifying competition to the national championship. And, let's discuss the state of USA gymnastics at this point. Do you think, because let me be honest with you all, as a gymnastics analyst, did I watch this meet? Yes. Did I fully pay attention? No. Could I tell you one thing that happened? Not really. But did I watch it? Yes. So we're going to do the best that we can. I know Oscar was real geeked about this one.
Oh, what? I mean, I very geek compared to how you sound.
Very. So let's start with this. Do you feel like this competition changed the landscape of where we because we saw some different girls that we haven't saw compete so far this year. Do you think this changed the landscape in any way, shape, or form of where Team USA is at right now?
Let's get right into it. There's an echo, by the way. I can hear myself. But yeah, the American Classic just finished moments ago. Do I think this has changed the state of U.S. gymnastics? Not a whole lot. I don't think um, this really, removed any serious players from running for worlds. And I think if anything, it just introduced a few more names to consider, especially if some of the girls who we are expecting to do the best, let's say, they run into some difficulties later on in the season. I mean, there's months of time for injuries and all sorts of nasty stuff like that. That of course we hope doesn't happen, but it's good to see that there is potential depth, even if not everyone's where you'd want them to be by the time Worlds comes around. But in general, do I think this changed anything crazy? Not at all. What about you?
Overall, I feel like okay, you want my honest answer?
Just to the question you asked me, because there's always more to say about other things. Let's start off with that. Don't be
Mm,
like, oh, I'm worried about the US. They look bad.
oh no, do I feel like this changed the landscape of USA gymnastics?
Right.
No, I think it added two names to the landscape that wasn't on the it added one name to the for me. One person name was added. Two. No, I'm so sorry. Two people named. Okay, but
Let's get into it.
there is one. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna just. Miley Lou did great. Do I feel like she proved her case at this meet? No. But who I do feel like proved their case at this meet was Alicia Zhao and Izzy Stasi.
Well, they came first and second in the all around. Babe, how do you get rid of the echo without just muting yourself? You've done it a bunch in the past.
Oh, just talk. I'm gonna exit and come right back.
Okay. So
Mhm.
Miss Alicia came in first, and Izzy came in second. And they were, I believe, the only two gymnasts to reach a 52 all around score and qualify onto the national championships, which means they wouldn't have to try to qualify at the US Classic. I don't believe either of them were qualified before this meet today, but I could be wrong about that. I definitely think I'm. I think that there are some other gymnasts who are already qualified, maybe to nationals, but I wish I knew the answer to that, and I don't. But that's the impression I have.
Is that better with the echo?
Yeah, it's completely gone. Thank you for doing that.
Okay. So I just feel like with Miley, she did what she normally does ever since I start paying attention to her as a singer. Like, so much potential.
She has bags of potential.
It just never manifests itself.
It hasn't yet, sadly, but I think that she is in a position where she could, uh, you know, she could get herself in a position come Worlds in October to be where she needs to be to make that team, based off of what we saw today. But let's get into the details of that. If not now, later on.
In a little bit, because I have more thought questions that I want to ask. Do
I
you
imagine so.
do you feel like from this competition we saw any potential specialists arise?
Well, a specialist that could make the worlds, or just specialists to keep an eye out for, or what?
Clearly, the question is to make worlds.
To make worlds, unless you're counting Miley Lou as a specialist, I don't think so.
What would be her specialist?
Bars and beam. She came in second and third on those today. And I don't know if you looked at the results or heard me when you were getting rid of the echo, but she came in third place in the all around, and second place was Izzy Stassi. First was Alicia Zhao, and Alicia and Izzy were the only two to score 52 and qualify to nationals based off of their performances today.
Mm. Um, did Ashley Sullivan not do the all around?
No, she just did bars and beam. On bars, I'm not certain that it was a completely new upgraded routine, but it looked reworked, and I can't remember what she did at the Winter Cup when she won, or at DTB really. It looked upgraded. The first sequence, it's like on the low bar, she does a Weiler half into a Shap, into a giant full, into a Takachev, into a pack. But her doing a Shap to a giant full, which is a C, that probably gets 1/10. The giant full into the Takachev doesn't get anything, right?
It doesn't get anything, no.
Do you think it's a placeholder? Do you think she's going to try to upgrade that pirouette?
To what?
Stalder full, toe full.
She barely gets that giant full around.
I agree. I wonder if that's a winning strategy, their composition. Anyways, she came on the low bar. She did a toe full or a Stalder full, and she had a crazy save on it. She was over on it, like a really crazy save. It's on my Twitter. And she did a Van Leeuwen, and it was a scary fall onto her head, and she rolled out of it, but then she got up smiling. So she's clearly done that before, and in practice. And then on beam, she had a good routine. She got like the 6th or 7th best beam routine, a 12-2 or something, but she fell on her standing Arabian, but she had a unique connection. I haven't seen her throw before. She did a Nodi into Johnson, and she stuck her dismount combination, flick, flick, double pike.
I think Ashley Sullivan is going to be a specialist.
I would have said bars was her worst event before this meet, but maybe it's just because I don't remember her doing this routine before. But I saw potential there that I didn't really know she had, in terms of her being a stronger all-arounder. What events would you see her being a specialist for?
Floor.
Just one event?
And something else. Like,
okay.
and maybe Ashley goes in as the second best all arounder to Jayla Hang.
Maybe it's Claire Pease. Maybe it's Miley Lou. We have a bunch of names now.
I know Miley Lou is your girl, but I see Izzy or
Izzy Stassi?
Alicia, you know,
Ali-
ahead.
I'm just a bit confused because Alicia's been, to me, her gymnastics has plateaued a bit. I think she's been doing these routines and executing them just as well as she's doing now. She's a very consistent gymnast for the past couple seasons. So I don't. I'd be surprised if she made any type of serious team. But maybe the field is weaker than it has been the past couple seasons, and she will. And Izzy, I, w- I was happy that she hit her syllabus cleanly, and she has solid dynamics on her vaulting. She does a Yurchenko 1.5 and a big Omelianchik.
Hmm.
Um, she fell on her bars. I think I've seen her fall more than hit on her bars routines. Um, she threw a nice aerial layout, step out on beam, and that was the event she finished on to, to reach a 52. So it was nice to see her hit that vertical pressure. I imagine, even if she doesn't know what score she needs, she knows it was close after falling on bars. But I don't see her uh, with the top pack of girls.
Okay.
Definitely not as an all arounder. But look, she did really well today, and she could have done a point better.
Now we're just talking about, hypothetically. Okay, let's say from the girls that we have seen, because that's the game that we're playing, because we can't play make believe and throw Jocelyn Robinson in there and give her a crazy high score on vault when we've never seen her do vault this season under this code of points. So
What do we make of that? That none of the NCAA girls competed here,
they didn't have to. A lot of them are
but now they
already.
have one. Oh, they're already qualified. Sorry, not what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, a lot of them are already qualified because a lot of them were Olympians or alternate to the Olympic team. So they already qualified to nationals, so they don't have to compete here.
Is Shiley's qualified?
I don't think so. I think if she's gonna try for Worlds, she would have to compete at classics.
And
And she's on
can
the.
can she get her funding if she competes at classics but doesn't make nationals?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm not either. But maybe she has to be on the national team to get funding.
I believe that's the issue.
Okay, so that makes me nervous. Any gymnast that has one opportunity, it's just only one. But hey,
Hey,
that's in the position Miley's in now. Unless Catherine kept talking about that USAG might lower the qualifying score.
and they will. They do that shit every year. They put it up because they were like, oh, okay, at Worlds, I mean, at in the world scene, girls are scoring around 54. So hell, let's drop that shit by 2 points. And then they go to these damn competitions where everybody is falling. It's still early in the year, and everybody's like, no, we're able to score like a 50 even right now. And then they drop it to about 50.
Yeah, they literally wouldn't have enough girls. I don't think. I mean, like that's like a silly thing to say because you can run a competition with one gymnast, but if you're gonna have like what I don't know, a certain even to have like 16 gymnasts, they might not have 16 gymnasts scoring that. We only saw two today. What did you think about that? We have at least two senior girls doing in bars on uneven bars.
Ooh.
I think one of them is Harlow Budendeck or something like that, and that one I have to rewatch to figure out who it was in the moment. But that was exciting. Were
I
you gonna
think.
say who would be, were you gonna try to build a world's team earlier? Did I cut you off?
Oh, I was just gonna say from the girls who we think are on track to make it to the 4-person world team, based on the girls that we've saw so far. So I would say that would be Claire, Jayla, Ashley, and Simone Rose. Just based on the people that we've actually seen compete, has anybody performances from this competition knocked any of those names off of the team?
You just made the team. You said the team is Claire, Simone, Jayla, and
Ashley Sullivan.
who's the fifth member of the team?
It's only 4 people going to Worlds this year, baby.
Oh, I thought they changed. Okay, it was 3, now it's 4.
Yes.
Well, let's go through let's start from the top. Alicia has similarities to, well, her best events to me are bars and beam. She did a Yurchenko full. She had what's a serviceable floor. So bars and beam on the team. You wouldn't have Hesley on the team?
No.
Okay. Bars and beam, that's like, I mean, that's like Simone Rose is good on bars and beam. Jayla Heng is good on bars and beam. Claire Pease is good on bars and beam. Ashley Sullivan is okay on bars and beam. And all of them are better than her on vault and floor. So, I mean, if I was going to switch someone out for her, it would be maybe
And
Simone.
oh, I'm so sorry, and I don't know if you realize this, but with the way I'm so sorry. The way the format is for Worlds this year, you can't use 3 people in the all around unless you only send 3 people to Worlds. So you have to use 2 people in the all around, 2 people on 2 events, or 3 events, and 1 person on 2 events or 1 event.
Okay. Do you know who you're using in the all around?
Yeah, it's easy. For my team that I name is Jayla and Claire. Ashley is doing vault and floor. Simone is doing,
Simone is just doing bars and beam.
yeah.
I could switch her out for Alicia and feel fine. Personally. But I prefer Simone's gymnastics. Then Izzy Stassi. It depends what vault Ashley. So I feel like Ashley wants to bring back her DTY. Maybe that's why she didn't compete vault here. So if she gets that DTY, I'd rather have her than Izzy Stassi. And then Miley Lou, I think right now I'm not taking Miley Lou, but I truly feel, and I'm happy to get into the details of to explain why I feel this way, that she has the potential to be an all-rounder on that team, replace either of those girls. I don't really know who I think is the better gymnast between them. I mean, maybe I think Claire Pease is the better gymnast between her and Jayla, but I think Jayla has and can continue to easily outscore her, even if both of them hit, you know? I don't think we've seen them in an all-around competition where they both hit. So Miley Lou is a really big question mark. And not something I'm going to hold my breath on based off of how the past seasons went.
Ooh.
Those are the girls that I think would have a shot at, who should be in that conversation. Let me just double check I'm not forgetting anyone who competed today.
Now, ultimately, I think the world team is going to be Jordan Childs, Leanne Wise, Charlize Jones, Jade Carey, Flash, Jocelyn Robertson. That's ultimately how I think the world's team is going to play out. But, you know, we haven't seen none of them people yet, so, you know, that's unrealistic.
Can I just shout out a few names that impressed me today that deserve to be shouted out, in my opinion?
Go ahead.
I thought Annalisa Milton did a good job, especially on bars. She didn't do vault, but she got the second best bar score, which was 13.6. And I definitely think Annalisa is the better gymnast over Malia. You were talking about this with Adam.
Oh, yeah.
Alicia Rosa did well. She just didn't do floor today, but she threw her Kuchenko double. And I thought Kemi Westerman from Hills Gymnastics, Kieran Fennell, and Ali D'Amelio all did well. Ali goes to the same club as Miley Lou, San Mateo. And she came in fourth right behind Miley. Hesley Rivera, I think she could make her way onto Michaela's team. But
As what? It would be between Hesley. It would be between Hesley or Jayla. I mean, I'm so sorry.
Hesley could like outscore
Or Claire.
Simone Rose's bars beam total by like a point.
She probably could. She probably could. It's just.
And she has the experience that they're gonna like, you know?
I don't trust damn Hesley. I'm so sorry, Hesley. I just don't. I don't trust Simone Rose either. But I just really don't trust Hesley in those positions.
But do we trust Jayla Hang?
I mean, to be honest with
Do
you,
trust Claire Pease?
Not yet. But Jayla, yes. I trust Jayla. Jayla has been serving this damn beginning of this season.
Truly. I think she deserves a spot on the world's team, even if she flops. You know, like let her give. She deserves the experience.
Okay, let's say both Sky Blakely and Leanne Wan are both back. Sky has her Chung back, make believe, and is doing full bars and full beam, make believe. And Leanne has all her Olympic routines together again. So those two girls go into first and second place as the top two all arounders. How do you
wait? Sky's an all arounder?
I said make believe, but yeah,
I thought
in
you
this
said
game,
she had
Sky's
good bars
all
and
around.
beam, but she wasn't doing beam or vault and bar. She had her Chung and good bars. She has what's she tumbling?
She's doing front handspring, front layout, double handspring. I'm so sorry, front layout, double front. Her middle pass is going to be a double twist in front tuck, and her last pass is going to be a whip full to a double tuck.
Oh, she's world champion.
And basically, that's the direction I hope Sky Blakely takes with her tumbling. I hope she gives up trying to learn like the American styles and doing shoot soles and stuff. I don't think she needs.
Remember her syllabus?
Yes.
What about her 1.5 front double?
Under this quarter point, she could take that out and do a whip back into a double tuck or a whip full into a double tuck for a CD combination and a 0.2 bonus.
Okay, so Sky's in a great position, and I'm guessing you're gonna ask who's the rest of the team? Who are the two specialists?
Correct.
Oh well, then maybe it's Jayla hang on vaults. Maybe it's really tough with that's it's definitely a tougher question than the other way for me, because I feel like it's not Claire and Jayla are pretty well rounded. They don't have events that are like significantly better. I think they have a best event. I think Jayla's partly because they're so inconsistent, so it's their most consistent event maybe. But Claire's maybe her best event is bars. I think Claire's inconsistent on everything, and then Jayla's best event is vault, and probably her most consistent event too. But choosing their other events to fill the gaps is tricky. Is there like a clear choice for you?
I would if it would be Jayla and Claire, I would let Jayla do vault, and
It's hard, right?
I would let her do vault and beam. I would let Claire do bars and floor.
I am totally okay with that. I think that there's like a small chance that could be a bad choice, but and I think there's a chance that there's like a stronger combination we haven't thought of, or at least I haven't thought of. Maybe you considered it and disagree, but I'm totally fine with that. I'd be happy with it.
Well, in my mind, in this make believe team, both Sky and damn Leanne both can do Chung. So, I mean, I think either way, with my make believe team, basically what I'm trying to say, I think the NCAA girls is going to two per country these new girls anyway, so it doesn't really matter who the hell they pick.
I would be very happy with that because all of these NCAA girlies, they've like they deserve to have another moment or like a golden moment. A lot of them haven't had individual golden moments.
Other than Jordan Childs, well, not individual gold.
I mean, Leanne Wang is the second best gymnast in the world, 2021. But no, that's not a gold. Leanne doesn't have a gold. Sky has team gold, not individual.
Charlize.
Exact. Jocelyn.
So yeah. Okay, so let's recap the competition. I'm going to let you take the floor on this one because I really don't know what happened.
Okay. It's a little hard to remember the order of how things went. Like the rotations and whatnot, who went on what in what order. But the first rotation, I think it was pretty uh pretty calm. I don't think there were any really high scores. Uh, it's hard to remember, but it's easier to remember as like going through an individual gymnast, their performances. But well, okay, Miley Lou, what did she start with? She started with floor, and she did a very beautiful routine. She has new floor music. She dismounted with a
What was
layout
her tucking
pass.
passes?
She mounted with a double tuck. She did a beautifully pristine back 1.5 front full, and she dismounted with a layout. And that's when we knew, or when I knew, okay, shift your expectations. She's not, she's playing it smart. She's not trying to peak at the American Classic. Also, I want to mention this bronze medal that she won in the all around today. That gives her a full, I don't know what you call it, a full trophy of American Classic all around medals. She won gold in 2023 and silver in 2024 and now bronze. Consistent queen.
but she's winning them on the wrong
Wrong competition.
wrong direction. She's you supposed to go. You're supposed to get better with every year, not worse. I'm not saying she's not getting better. Oh, that was. Oh, y'all finna eat me up about that. I'm so sorry,
No,
my
it's
little.
I understand what you're saying. Um, Izzy Stassi started on floor. She, like I said, she had a syllabus and she had. Ooh, I think she upgraded her dismount. I think she did a whip double tuck dismount.
That's a common dismount. Like a lot of people are using that as.
I'm happy about it. Uh,
Me too. It's better than the random double pike out of nowhere.
Definitely. Alicia started on floor on B mic. No, what did she start on? I guess she started on.
Wow.
I guess she started on vault because she ended on floor, but that feels like the wrong order. Oh, sorry, that's not helpful.
I thought she ended up. I thought she ended on being.
I thought she started on beam. I'm pretty sure she ended on floor. She needed like a floor score, 12 something. So that would mean she started on vault. But it's not how I remember things.
Yeah.
Um, her strongest event was bars. She scored a 13.65. That was the top bar score. The top ball score came from, it was a tie between Brooke Piercing from WCC and Cami Westerman from Hills. I think Brooke threw a DY.
Was Brooke the one who fell on her split mount on
I'm pretty
being?
sure, yeah. Wasn't that cool that she did that?
I wouldn't say
I
cool,
think it's
but
a cool
it was,
amount, so
you
I was
know,
excited that she tried
yeah, well, get ready to never see that shit again.
it. So Brooke downgraded. She usually does a DTY, but it's saying she did a Yurchenko 1.5, and Cami Westerman also did a Yurchenko 1.5. The top beam score came from Kieran Finau. She got a 13.350, and Miley Liu was tied for second with a 13.3. I thought beam was her bars and beam were really good from her. She had wobbles on beam, on bars. She missed a connection, and she was had a low dismount landing. Um, but she's just beautiful to watch on both of those events, especially beam. I would say she has great presentation and extension, and a, she's a fluid dancer. Um, the top floor score was Izzy Stassi with a 13.150.
Can I ask a question while you're giving out the top scores? And maybe you don't know the answer to this, but I feel like because I watched the juniors, and I feel like the juniors had higher scores individually. Like I know one of the girls scored like a 14.5 on bars in the
Yeah, they did.
juniors. I know.
I didn't watch all the juniors, but I can. I saw some of it, and I have the score, so I can pretty easily tell you the top scores on each event, like I did for the seniors. That would be Lavi Crane. Everyone's the new it girl. She scored a 14.35 on her DTY. On bars, Charlie, and she won the all around Labby. And then in second place, Charlie Bullock in the all around scored a 14.450 on even bars, and she has her Kamova 2 and her stoop full and her stoop half into Jaeger. Um, the top beam score was also posted by Labby, and that was a 13.650. And the top floor score was lower. That was the only score lower. That was a 13. Nope, I'm lying. It was a 12.7 by Amia Poog Banks, who was the third best. She tied for third in the all around. So you're right. All bars and beam, the top scores were much higher from the juniors, which makes me excited uh, at the idea that there will be a junior worlds this year. I only say that because, from what I've heard, there's been some messiness involving the competition junior worlds, and I think like regard specifically about which country is hosting it, stuff like that. It has, I think it is Manila. It was decided recently, or it was supposed to be Manila. Maybe they withdrew. I can't remember exactly. Maybe Misha knows. Or Michaela, do you know? Misha, will you get on just for like 10 minutes, please? Because you watched the meet and I want to hear in greater detail about your feelings. Will you indulge, please?
Rudy. And for the people who's criticizing my Rudy video, yes, I believe Asana Chusavitna's Rudy is better than Alicia
That was
Sacramone. Yes,
crazy
Alicia.
with those legs.
Yeah. Okay, but look at the distance that Chuso get versus Alicia. Alicia just goes straight up and down with good height but no
Well, his
distance.
height,
Chuso, yes,
she's lacking the height then.
Chuso get height, distance. Yes, there's a form error, but you have to count Alicia's lack of distance as a thing too. I think Chuso had the better Rudy overall. Overall, yes, Alicia had the better form, but that's it. Chuso had the better Rudy overall.
Well,
And I'm just saying that one time in 2008. Every other time was some bullshit. But that one time in 2008, Chuso got that vault together. And that one time, I'm counting it better than Alicia Sacramone's. That's right. I said it. Y'all can suck my dick.
wait, have you seen her vaults from Euros that year? Yeah.
Chuso? Yeah, I'm saying in 2008, she had her vaulting
Oh, I thought
together.
you said that one time
Every
in
other.
2008.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That year in 2008, Mama served. Oh, Nisha did get on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I
I'm
bullied
trying to,
her. My
trying to
bullying
add
works.
gymnastics. Wait, hold on. Wait, I could do it from here too. There we go. Hey, Nisha.
Hello, hello.
Hi, so glad you could join us.
Nisha, go ahead, talk shit. Talk about how much the NCAA is so much better than the league.
Well, it was just a little messy. It was a lot of falls. That's the only thing. I was like, oh gosh.
Oh,
You know,
because no one
It's
ever
still
falls
okay.
in NCAA.
well, you
Ever.
might have like 2 falls per
And
meet,
it's
not
not
like
like
10 people falling on dismounts.
it's not like this group of girls isn't the future of the NCAA.
Ooh.
And some of them to step down to like level 9 and 10. Some of them take a step back because yeah, some of them were. I mean, but no, Oscar. I love Molly Lou. She was playing it safe. She's not coming back, so I'm give her a little grace.
Thank
It's just watching the Chinese juniors versus the American. It's like, God damn, like, and that's just mainly on Beam because the Chinese juniors struggle on vault and floor like a motherfucker.
Did they
Y'all,
look good on bars too?
Always.
Really? Well, they don't always look good on bars when they're juniors. But I'm good. I'm glad. I'm a fan.
so are y'all sending one all around and 2 specialists to Worlds, or 2 all arounders and 1 specialist? How's y'all configure your team?
Ooh, we didn't even discuss one specialist. Wait, one specialist?
Well,
How would that work for?
well,
Oh,
they
there's
can
no
send.
team five.
Wait,
What were we
Nisha.
doing
Hold
earlier?
on, Oscar. Hold on, Oscar. Nisha, they changed it. They're sending 4
Oh,
girls to Worlds this year.
okay. I
So
know
I
they
thought
changed
no,
it.
I
Okay.
thought you have the
two,
option though to do 3.
You can send 3 all-arounders. You absolutely
Oh,
can.
3 all-arounders. Well, it could be 2 all-around. No, it would just be silly to send 2 all-arounders and one specialist. You're just wasting a spot.
But can only 3 people
Mm-hmm.
compete in qualifiers, right? Only 3 people can compete on one event.
Correct. That's why you could either send 2 all-arounders and 2 specialists, or just 3
Gotcha. Okay.
all-arounders.
To be honest, when we were discussing earlier, I was thinking about what would make sense for a team final because I was like, we need three up on each event that will score well. But I didn't even think about if there was a. I don't really understand what the strategy would be for the U.S. or any other country. I think it would make more sense for other countries, but I haven't really thought it through why it would make sense to send 3 all-arounders. More sense.
Well, it would if they don't. I don't see anybody like breaking out for a specialist spot besides Jayla on vault if she was to do specialist, but she can go for all around. So
I agree. It depends if they have, if like, okay, like, you know how we was just saying, yeah, we'll send Jayla and Claire for the specialist. But let's say at the end of the day, Charlize is back in full strength again, make believe, for the all around. And then you have Jordan Childs back at full strength for the all around. And then let's just say you add Leanne Wan, who's Chungin, and then you have all these other girls. Why not just send those 3 and be like, fuck everybody else?
I mean, for experience, this is gonna be a down year. I would send the new crop of girls, and let those NCAA girls rest, like just to see how they do.
Oh, I don't know, Nisha. I don't.
But why
The
send
only
the third
issue.
girl as an all-arounder when you could, if she's not going to win an all-around medal, she's just going to win event medals, and then it complements her with another gymnast who could win medals on the events she couldn't win.
Let's say your second and third gymnasts are real close in the all arounds, and you never know who's gonna hit on
It's
that day.
basically
So
a gamble.
you would not a gamble, because let's say all 3 girls have 2 vaults, and all 3 girls can make any event final. So it's not a gamble. It's like whoever's hitting.
So let's say we send Jayla and Claire for all around, and we need to send 2 specialists. Who are your 2 specialists then? If Jayla and Claire are doing all around,
Hey,
Well,
wait,
to be
that's what we
honest, if
did,
you
right?
send Jayla, yes. But if you send Jayla and Claire in the all around, you don't need to send 2 specialists, because Jayla and Claire can really make up for any event, even vault, because they both have 2 vault.
correct?
So
So you shouldn't
you don't.
send a third all-arounder if it's those 2.
You could send a third all arounder who also have 2 vaults, and just let it be them 3 competing for every spot.
Izzy Stassi. Did anyone else do 2 vaults today?
Labby did, but she's a junior.
Okay.
I think though, I don't know who. I think Tiana may have 2 vaults, but I doubt it. Who else probably
Well,
has?
maybe she has a Souk. I don't know.
I'm not banking on Tiana.
Ashley Sullivan has a front handspring layout half.
That all she has to do is just add another half turn to that, and she had a very 5.0. She could win worlds.
She surely could if Reedy's not vaulting.
It's just so many strategies the Americans could go with. Now, it's Alicia Sacramone and Chelsea Memo in them, so they're going to do the easiest thing, which is going to be 2 all-arounders and 2
That's what I think.
specialists.
But nobody sticks out as specialists. Like, I don't have a high enough scores, in my opinion, to really just, look at.
I think that's where some of these older gymnasts come in at, like Jocelyn Charlize or Leanne.
But we just send Charlize just for bars. She only has bars right now. If she has, that's a big if. We're not sending her for one event, right? You still got Kaylee and Nemore. You got Nina. They're gonna beat Charlize.
It depends on if we have a girl who have 3 events with no bars.
And I don't think we do right now.
Ashley Sullivan? Or do you mean who literally doesn't do
Jocelyn,
bars?
I'm thinking. If I'm really being honest, I think Jocelyn, the combination of Jocelyn and Charlize just makes a lot of sense just by what we know.
Who's doing me?
Because Jocelyn can do 3 events and Charlize could just do bars.
So you think Jocelyn can beat Leah Monica Fontaine in a vault final?
It depends on what vaults Jocelyn trying to do. Jocelyn used to have a really good Mustafina vault, which is the vault that a lot of girls are trying this year. I hope that's the vault that she's going for. I hope she's not trying to do a chain.
What if she does a Cortina?
I don't think a Horkina is worth very much anymore.
So let's look at floor. Can Jocelyn beat anybody on floor? Who could she beat? Leah Monica? Can she beat? Marina's not doing floor. Let's see. Who else is good on floor around the world?
What routine? Her NCAA routine?
Because I'm about to see them at nationals to see like what routines they come with and difficulty and just see. Because I'm ready to put anybody who I haven't seen on the team yet. I just.
And then even that, what Nisha said, a lot of these girls who are in the NCAA, they kind of had really like Sky Blakely. Yes, she was on a couple of world teams, but she really haven't had the opportunities that. And see, I really don't know how far Sky is really for the try to do it either. Like, I know she's been throwing, and I know she's said she's trying for this Worlds, but I don't know.
Did she really say that explicitly?
No, not really. I know she's been going to the training camps, though.
Well, Sky, I worry about her because the Achilles she tore was not the Achilles that's giving her issues. So I'm worried about her. The other one can pop any day now. I just worry. Because technically she tore the wrong Achilles, if you ask me.
Would you rather it pop? Would you rather it pop in a World Selection Camp or at the balance beam event final?
Neither. I'm just saying, like, if she could rest that other. I just don't. I mean, it could be fine. It could be healed up because she was out for so long. But I just worry because that was the one that should have popped. So.
Someone said Ashley's bar routine now starts from a 5.7, so she did upgrade it.
That's really good. That's really, really good. It's just nowhere near where it needs to be. She needs to add a whole nother point to that routine some way, somehow.
Nisha, you don't think Ashley could make an all-around final at Worlds?
I think she can. But we're forgetting what's the girl that came in with 1 bars in the last competition at Pan Am's? What was her name? I'm going blank.
Oh, the girl who won bars.
Came like second or third on floor. Gabrielle Hardy. Don't forget about her. Don't forget about Hardy, even though she's a new senior. She's good. Like, I won't forget about her. She's a dark horse for me.
And you know what? I forgot about all of Pan Am's too. But Pan Am's really didn't hurt Jayla. That just helped Jayla, in my opinion. Like, hell, that solidified Jayla to me. Is Hesley though? Like, yeah, she really did have a decent performance there. She sucks on bars,
His
but most of the
she's
American.
inconsistent is what worries me. His is inconsistent. She gets in her head. It's mental with Hesley. It's mental. Like she has the skills. It's just she's gonna execute on that day.
That's why everyone was
I
so
think
fucking
they,
shocked when she hit Olympic trials or whatever.
Remember we said that. Remember, we were like, what?
because Hesley has a really nice Yurchenko double when she does it right. She has a serviceable bar routine. She has a beam routine that could make world finals if she changed that fuck ass dismount.
Bars and beam dismounts worry me with Hesley. Her dismounts just aren't consistent.
And that floor routine is just, I don't, it's a good routine. It's just, I don't like it.
She was second on floor at Junior Worlds in 2023.
I think Hesley and Claire, because they both are Woga gymnasts, have a lot of the same quality. And I prefer Claire.
Now, what's her back situation? Do we know what's going on with that?
Hopefully it's ready by
Who,
nationals.
Claire?
Yeah.
Mm. What's up with Connor? Why isn't she posting training videos?
I don't think Connor's trying anymore for this world.
Oh no, I hope so. I hope she is. There's no LSU gossip.
I think at times people's priorities shift. Once you get a little older, you see things from a different perspective. I just think she's focused on, still keeping her mentals there.
Well, that's a really important thing. More important than competing, I would say.
And then think about it. She got hurt last year, and I don't say she rushed back, but she was like trying to get back for the NCAA season. So she just needs some time just to rest.
That makes perfect sense. But she did say that she was gonna come. She wanted to come back to elite just a few months ago, right?
But I don't think it was this year. I think she's looking like more towards
Okay.
latter years. If that makes sense. Without saying, oh, she's not coming, this year.
Were there any other routines that caught your eye today, or anything else that you had feelings about?
No, not really.
No, I know you don't. I was asking Nisha.
I'm
I
fine.
love Charlie Bullock on bars. If she can get her beam mental games together on beam, because she has the skills. She gets in her head on beam and floor.
Did she
can
have
be
any skills on beam and or floor?
I think they could redo her routine. I think some of that stuff is probably too difficult for her right now as a junior.
But
Maybe kind of water it down a little bit.
But Oscar, you know how I keep saying that this group of girls remind me of that damn right after Sydney quad going like 2001, where it was like, okay, yeah, we have these girls, but we're waiting for the juniors. That's exactly how I feel. Like Levy, Charlie, like that's the girls who's going to be competing with Jordan and Suni for the damn LA Olympics, not Jayla Hang or Simone Rose. I see all of those girls going to the NCAA by that point in time.
That's very interesting. I wouldn't be okay. That's interesting. That I don't think about it in that way, but like I would be surprised if that's how it happened, but I don't see it not happening. Totally couldn't. But in my brain, I'm like, I see Charlie's routine, and I'm like, oh, that's so like nice. Like, too bad. Like she won't have those in bars when she turns senior.
And that's what worries me. She had them for
Wow.
like what 2 years now. That worries me.
But what are her big skills on beam and floor? I don't think I caught them in real time. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch.
Charlie, she's a good twister. She twists everything. She's a good twister. So that's the thing with her. She got to get some. She got to upgrade if she wants to even think about LA. She just like because this was like 14 to 15, so she still has a few more years before she starts senior. I think.
And then Labby, I'm like, Labby reminds me so much. I mean, she reminds me more of Leanne than Kara, but she has a lot of Kara's beam choreography.
Yeah.
So, but she reminds.
Is Labby a gauge gymnast?
She has Leanne's floor music right now.
Well, then, yeah, I have no hope for her. She's going to be injured in
There
a
you go.
couple
So
of months.
who's the team now for 2028? If it has to be these girls, right?
Simone, Jordan, Suni, Jay,
Michaela, let them
Carey.
rest in peace. Rest in peace, Michaela.
I mean, that's good. Look, I'm so sorry. When another group of girls can beat that group of girls, then, well, so whatever. But I think it's going to be the exact same team with damn Shilese or Kayla DeCello, or maybe we take Suni off and we add Shilese and Sky Blakely. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty much the same group of girls that we've been seeing.
What about,
I don't.
Did you say Sunisa?
I said maybe not Suni. Take Suni off. Add Sky.
But Matt, if Jordan give her medal back, you can't add her to anything until she gets that medal back. So I wouldn't even add her to nothing right now. I need Worlds this year. Right? Is that the case? Did someone say it like she has to?
I mean, yeah, she's gonna have to give the medal back if she wants to compete. But I think at this point in her life, she's ready to give it back.
That's why Melody's documentary last time I watched it, she was saying she thought medals defined her. And then when she saw they were rusty, a lot of medals were like rusted. She was like, "Oh, well, it doesn't. They're like material things." So it's like it kind of put me into more perspective. Like, oh, Melody gets in that from my heart. I was like, oh my gosh, she's like, and I saw it in different light. Not her documentary. Like it made sense.
Did y'all see the thing I sent y'all in the group chat about being a gymnast? That shit was
no. I haven't watched it yet. I have watched it.
We watch it together now.
Yeah, let's watch it together now, and then I'm kind of ready to end the show because I talked about them people as far as I could talk about them because no offense to them people, but I don't think y'all are not America's Next Top Models, not in my opinion.
When is U.S. Classic?
In 2 weeks.
Is everybody competing there here plus the ones that haven't already qualified or no?
I'm not sure. They haven't posted a thing. I know a lot of people said they're like we're supposed to go, but just like yesterday, a lot of people were supposed to compete here and they pulled out at the last moment. So we never know.
So I don't see everybody like on the same event, same competition, but we can kind of see each person.
I think I got it right. I hope I'm not wrong. I think this is a good Rudy.
Oscar, where are you playing?
I wonder why Rudy was so good this one season.
I think she really thought this was going to be her last year competing, so she was really, really, really going after this vault medal.
Just one of them legs. It hasn't changed.
Why
but that season, the height and the distance that she was getting on that vault, though, it was just superb.
Ready?
Yes.
Do you want this sound on?
Yeah, we have to because they're narrating.
I don't know. But there is an echo again. I don't know if it's you or Nisha.
It's probably me.
Step onto the mat, not the soft carpet. You're 6 years old the first time you step onto the mat, not the soft carpet in your living room or the grass outside your school, but the real kind, spring-loaded, chalk-dusted, humming faintly under the weight of 100 tiny footsteps. The gym smells like sweat and disinfectant, and the air is full of sharp sounds. Music from a floor routine, a coach's whistle, a dull thud from a landing gone slightly wrong. It should be overwhelming, but you're not overwhelmed. You're mesmerized. At first, your parents just think it's another activity, a way to burn energy, make friends, maybe improve your coordination. But from the first class, something clicks. Other kids stumble through cartwheels. Yours are straight and clean. You can hold a handstand longer than the coach expects. You point your toes without being told. No one teaches you to love it. You just do. Your coach pulls your parents aside after the third or fourth practice and uses words like potential and fast-tracked. You don't know what they mean. You just know that the gym makes sense in a way the rest of the world doesn't. Your body understands it. It feels like home. Soon you're moved to the pre-team group. It means extra practices, more drills, fewer games. You'd rather do splits than play tag anyway. You're the smallest on the beam, the youngest in the group, but you don't care. You want to learn. You want to be good. By the time you're 7, gymnastics isn't just something you do. It's who you are. Your friends bring Barbie dolls to school. You bring your first medal. They spend weekends at birthday parties. You're at the gym, learning kip progressions and back handsprings. You feel proud of that. Your parents adjust quickly. Dinner happens in the car. Homework gets done in the bleachers. Life orbits around your training schedule. You don't resent it. You feel lucky.
With Ally, spending on what you need can help you save for the things you want. We automatically scan your spending to find you savings. That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
You better work, Ally Babe.
When your question is actually a bunch of questions.
When's the best time this weekend to host a backyard barbecue? And what's something impressive I can grill that I don't have to stand right next to the whole time?
Just ask Google.
People start calling you a natural. Coaches pay attention. You don't really understand why you're different. You just know you are, and it feels like the best thing in the world. You don't dream of the Olympics yet. You don't even know what elite means. All you know is that when your feet leave the floor, you feel like you were meant to fly. By the time you're 9, gymnastics is no longer just fun. It's structure. It's discipline. It's hours upon hours of repetition. Before school, you stretch in the living room. After school, you're back at the gym, drilling the same skills until they're muscle memory. You don't question it. This is just how it works. The schedule tightens. 4 days of practice becomes 5, then 6. 3 hours turns into 4.5. Conditioning ramps up. Hollow holds, rope climbs, leg lifts until your abs burn. You finish your homework in the back seat on the way home, half asleep, with chalk still in your hair. You eat dinner in a rush, ice your ankles, and go to bed sore. Injuries begin to creep in, small at first. Your wrists ache from bars. Your heels throb from pounding landings. Your lower back feels tight all the time. You learn to tape your own ankles to hide pain so you don't get pulled from the lineup. You understand that injuries don't stop practices. They just change how you train. Your friends from school stop inviting you to sleepovers. You've said no too many times. They don't get why you can't miss practice for a birthday party, why you'd rather stretch at home than play outside. Sometimes you want to join them, but the thought of skipping practice fills you with guilt. You stop seeing gymnastics as something you do for fun and start seeing it as a responsibility. You chose this. That's what you remind yourself when you're holding a plank for 2 minutes, while your arms tremble, or when your coach says, again for the 5th time in a row. You've grown used to the pressure, not just from your coaches, but from yourself. You're not trying to impress anyone anymore. You're trying to prove you belong, that you're good enough, that the talent people saw in you wasn't a fluke. Other kids your age are just learning walkovers. You're connecting flight series on beam, flipping Yurchenkos on vault. You're still a child, but your body is being trained like a machine, and somehow you still love it, even when it hurts, even when it's lonely, because you believe in where this is going. You believe in who you're becoming. You're 13 and people start calling you elite, not just in ability, but in title. You're competing level 10 now, maybe training for Hopes or Junior Elite. You're in the gym 30 hours a week, sometimes more. You've traded in school for online classes. The gym isn't just where you train, it's where you live. You know the names of every U.S. national team member. You can recite the Olympic code of points better than your multiplication tables. Your walls are covered in leotard.
What? That's kind of unrealistic to me, that part.
Cards and medals, but you barely move point. You know the names of every U.S. national team member. You can recite the Olympic code of points better than your multiplication tables. Your walls are covered in leotards and medals, but you barely notice them anymore. Winning is expected. Podiums are pressure. Your coaches are intense. They push, prod, demand. They're not mean, just serious. If they raise their voice, you don't flinch. You've learned to take critique like fuel. You've learned that tears don't mean you're weak, just that you care. You cry during splits, during conditioning, sometimes during water breaks when no one's looking. Then you wipe your face, get back up, and do it again. Your body starts changing. You grow a little taller, your hips shift, and suddenly skills you could do blindfolded start feeling off. Your timing is different. You fall more. You get frustrated faster. Your coaches tell you it's normal. Your mind doesn't believe them. Then it happens. A landing, a twist, a knee. 1 second you're in the air, the next you're on the mat, screaming. You've never screamed before, not like this. You know something's wrong. Your coach runs over, your leg won't move, and the pain takes your breath away. ACL full tear, surgery required, 12 to 18 months. Just like that, the dream pauses. You watch from the sidelines as teammates upgrade routines, travel to camps, climb the rankings. You feel like you're sinking. You go to physical therapy while they fly to invitationals. You post encouraging messages on their meet photos while icing your swollen knee. You smile, but it feels hollow. You start asking yourself questions you've never asked before. What if I never come back? What if this was my peak? Who am I if I'm not the best one in the gym anymore? The hardest part isn't the surgery. It's not even the pain. It's the silence, the absence, the feeling that the world kept turning without you in it. You used to believe talent was everything. Now you understand. Talent is fragile. The real question is how much you're willing to endure just to have another chance. You don't come back the same. No one ever does. After surgery, the recovery is slow, lonely, frustrating. You spend hours just trying to straighten your leg. Days go by where your biggest victory is bending it a single degree further. The gym is still there, but now it's something you watch, not something you do. You finally return to training, cautiously, carefully. Your confidence doesn't come back all at once. Every landing feels like a gamble. Every twisting pass feels like it might be the last. But slowly you rebuild. You learn your new limits. You modify, you adapt. College coaches still call. Not as many and not with the same urgency, but enough. You're no longer the sure thing. You're a calculated risk. But you take the offer. You want to prove that you're not done. When you arrive on campus, you're not the star. You're not even in the starting lineup. Everyone here was once a standout. Everyone has medals, stories, injuries of their own. You look around and realize this isn't high school anymore. There's no spotlight waiting. You have to earn everything again. So you do. You train smarter now. You understand your body in ways you never did before. You don't throw skills just to impress anymore. You throw them clean, consistent, reliable. You ice after every practice, tape before every meet. Your name isn't always in the headlines, but your team counts on you. By sophomore year, you're back in the lineup. You stick a beam routine cold and the whole arena erupts. You hit your first full floor routine since the injury, and your teammates cry before you do. You're not the flashiest gymnast, but you're solid, you're steady. You've become the one they trust. And something shifts. You stop measuring your worth by difficulty scores. You stop obsessing over who's ahead of you. You begin to realize that gymnastics doesn't owe you anything, but it's still giving you something. Purpose, pride, peace. You learn how to lead, how to lift others up, how to find joy in their success without losing your own. You're not who you once were, but maybe that's the point. You've stopped chasing perfection and started chasing purpose. You've learned that strength isn't just about what your body can do. It's about who you are when the spotlight dims. And eventually it does. There's no grand finale, no lights, no ceremony. One day, your eligibility ends. The season wraps. You take off your grips, hang up your last leotard, and that's it. Gymnastics doesn't say goodbye. It just moves on without you. You coach now. You spot little kids on beam and help them swing to the high bar. You smile when they stick a landing. Even as your own knees ache from years of wear, you see yourself in them. The hunger, the joy, the drive. You want to protect them from the pain, but you know you can't. That's part of it. You don't talk about the nights you iced in silence, the pressure that hollowed you out, the meets you competed injured just to stay visible. You just say, nice job. You say, try again. You say, you've got this. And sometimes you still dream about it. The music, the mat, the breathless hush before a dismount. The feeling that for one moment, the world is waiting for you to fly. You wake up smiling even if it hurts. Because once you've given everything to this sport, it never really leaves you. You'll always be a gymnast.
Chevy. Wow.
I love it. Oh my God.
Wow.
That was perfect. Although ACL tears don't take 12 to 18 months, but you know.
The ACL tear was crazy. Do most college gymnasts have injuries that big going into college?
Some do, yeah. Why do I feel that was kind of Charlize Jones in a way? I hate to say that, Matt, but it just felt like so on her trajectory. Why does it feel like that? Except for the college part, but the coaching part.
Except for the college part.
But she's coaching now, so I felt like, the coaching.
Wasn't she coaching at the Classic?
I think so. I saw a picture. I posted a picture on I think it was Reddit. Her coaching.
Yeah. But why is that called Why It Sucks to Be a Gymnast?
Because that's the series they have on their channel.
That was good. I like that. Like, I never had seen it before.
Yeah, I liked it too. But I wonder if that's the best title for it.
They have it's like an ongoing series on their channel. It's like, why does it suck to be a sprinter? Why does it suck to be a football player?
The title, I guess, is I thought it would be more pessimistic, but it had a happy ending.
Well, it kind of looks like you're at the top of your game, and then the sport passes you by. So it's kind of like, it's the sucks.
It does. I mean, because
the happy ending only came once they weren't doing the gymnastics anymore.
Yeah, because because basically that's the average life of an average gymnast, right? Not Simone Biles, Gabby Douglas, Sunisa Lee, but like an average gymnast. And, you're doing all of this shit for basically, I don't want to say for nothing, but for very little. For very little.
Well, that's one perspective, because they were consistent in saying that the gymnast was doing it because they were having fun. Unless you think that was like a lie they were telling themselves.
Well, I think in the beginning they do it for fun, but then they like he said, you can be fast tracked and elite. And your parents can say, "Oh, my baby going to the Olympics," and then they have these expectations of their child. And it's like, was that really my goal? Was that my parents' goal? My coach's goal for me?
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Hasley Rivera, but like, she said she didn't even think about the Olympics or know what elite was. I don't know. It was cute.
It was cute. I think all gymnastics fans should look at that and realize the pressure. We should not be adding to that pressure that these little girls and boys have.
And think about it. It's so sad and how once your eligibility ends, that's it. Like, that's true. Like, these 5th years and stuff. Like, once you get college, that's it. Like, you go coach, but like your time in the spotlight is like gone. So what do you have to fall back on? Because gymnastics has been your life forever. And that's a lot of girls struggle.
Couldn't they go back to like level 9?
I doubt it. Who wants to go back to level 9 at age 22?
Like, what if what's her name? Kaylin Chio, after she graduates, she goes back and wins one more. She becomes national champion one more time, level 10 or something.
Is there not an age limit on developmental, J.O.?
I think so. I think once you I think you could go from senior elite back to level 10, but I don't think you can go further back than level 10.
Okay.
You go to adult gymnastics, Oscar, but you don't want to go back to regular.
Well, everybody, I think this is a wonderful time to end the show right now. We gave y'all a wonderful recap of American Classics. About 9:30, Alex is going to force me to watch Wicked, and that would be on Twitter for the people.
Can we do one more thing before we go?
Sure.
Can we, or maybe 2. What do you think about the idea of the country that hosts the Olympics, their program? Do you think they always get stronger? It always helps the program?
Yes. Unless the program is already strong. Like,
not France. It didn't help them.
What about
Sister, I'm gonna take that back because they were the bronze medalists at Worlds the year before that. So they just fell apart. But I was just thinking, wouldn't it be bad if the Americans are? I'm so sorry. If the Americans are banned from their own home Olympics for war crimes like the Russians,
that's a possibility.
Don't you think it's more likely that if they're banned, that they won't be able to host either?
No, I think it's too late. That's a done data.
I don't think anything is impossible anymore.
They may not want to host. President Trump may not be like, well, fuck it, if we can't compete in it.
I meant like the IOC won't let them host. They don't want them to host. They don't want the Olympics.
I think it would be more likely that the Americans get banned. Donald Trump throws a hissy fit and be like, well, fuck the Olympics. We're not going to do it here. And then they have to rush and find someplace else to do it.
I'm sure that's what he would say, even if they said they're not allowed to host.
So how realistic is Russia to competing like at Worlds this year? Does anybody know how realistic is that, Russia?
As long as they send a team, they're good to go.
Take everything you hear with a grain of salt.
What's fact is
the story about the Russians, and everyone's story changes day to day.
True, but the fact is the FIG. Well, the Olympic people gave them permission to compete again as a neutral country. So, as long as they send a team, they good to go. Now, will they send a team? That's the question.
And do we know how long they have to decide? If there's a deadline?
Especially not this year for Worlds, because it's just like, send bitches here. Let's compete.
So they could change their mind like the day before Worlds.
Yeah, they literally did that for, what was it, Euros? No. I think it was Jesselo. They were supposed to send a team to Jesselo, then at the last minute decided not to.
Oh, this year, yeah. She was supposed to go to Osijek World Cup. Okay, the last thing I feel like the recent exception is Greece. I feel like it didn't help their program hosting the Olympics necessarily. Would you agree?
I don't think Greece has a strong gymnastics program anyways.
But Australia and Brazil and Japan, the UK all did.
Especially the damn UK team. Like, oh my God.
In Australia too, they won bronze at 2003. Okay, the last thing. What do you think about doing just a little power ranking for the U.S. gymnasts?
Off the top of our head right now?
Yeah, just to have it in the books, June 28th, 2025. This is what we thought, looking back.
Oh, how many rankings are we doing?
What do you mean? Just one list for the Americans.
Like all the Americans or just like the top 5?
How many can you name? How many all-arounders?
I can give you 5.
Give me as many as you want or can. But they have to have competed this season.
Yes, Matt, have competed in elite, not NCAA, elite this year, Matt.
I got you with 5.
Nisha, you can help too, of course.
At number 5, I'm gonna go with Simone. Well, I got you at 10. How about that?
Go crazy.
At number 10, just her all-around abilities, not her specialist abilities. I got Simone Rose. At number at number 9, I have that girl who won. I don't know her name, so who won bars at Pan Am.
Okay,
Gabrielle Hardy.
Hardy. She's a new senior.
At number 8, I have Tiana just cause she's competed.
Sympathy vote.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I think if right now,
alternate vote.
I think right now, if Tiana and Simone Rose went head to head, I still think Tiana would win. That's
even with that bars routine she has.
Who won it? Who is winning? Who is beating who at Olympic trials? Because they were both there.
I think Tiana was beating everybody. I mean,
Simone Rose was so young.
I mean, Tiana was just one step away from making the damn Olympic team.
Tiana was in 8th, and Simone was 10th.
At number,
she was a non-traveling alternate.
Who?
Tiana.
Yes, her and Kalia were non-traveling alternates. Kalia Lincoln.
Okay. Number 7.
At number 7, I would have
you know who I feel like could have won this competition easily? Michelle Pineda.
maybe. At number 7,
Where
I'm
is
going to
she?
She competes for Mexico.
You know who? Evie Lowe. That's what we were missing. Oscar. Is Evie Lowe? Is she still doing elite? Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah, she's doing elite. She was at the team camps. I wonder why she might be qualified already.
Okay, gotcha.
At number 7, I'm going to go with Miley Lou. At number 6, I'm going to go with Hesley Rivera. At number 5, I'm going to go with the young lady who came in 2nd place here.
Oh, Izzy Stassi.
Izzy Stassi. At number 4, I'm going to go with Alicia Zhao. At number 3, I got Ashley Sullivan. Two. Oh, wait. I forgot somebody. Who was my number 10?
Simone Rose.
Who was my number 9?
Gabrielle Hardy.
I'm going to have to replace Tiana and put her at number 11, almost at 10, and make my number 9 Dulcie Taylor. I mean, my number 8 Dulcie.
I was wondering where we're going to put her, and I'm like, hold on now.
I forgot she competed. That beautiful Yachiko Joe.
Yes. I was wondering.
Wait, say it one more time.
I forgot she was competing.
Yeah, so how do you want me to change things?
You could put Tiana is off the list completely and just put Dulcie where Tiana was at.
At number 8?
Mm-hmm. mean, that's unfair. I mean, Tiana really has had a bad season. No, I think this is fair. I think I'm right. So, Batcat top. Number 2 is Claire. Number 1 is Jayla.
Okay.
I agree. I probably have Dulcie a little higher. I don't know where, but I agree with pretty much with the people she have on her top 10. I just wanted her to say Dulcie somewhere. Like, no, she came in the top 2 spots. I know.
What did Alicia get today? What did she score? She scored a 52?
52 something.
52.35. And that Pan Am's, what did Hesley score?
I got 52 something.
No, Jayla had what, a 55 or 54?
Jayla Hang got 55.666 and Hesley got 54.766.
There you go. Yeah. That's why I was thinking Hazley probably be a little higher, but consistency would maybe bring her down a little bit. She's not very consistent, so.
But that's more than 2 points higher than Alicia. And you have Alicia at 4 and Hesley at 6.
I stand by what I higher ranked it.
And you have Izzy higher than her too?
I stand by how I ranked it.
Okay, that might be where I
Because
agree.
consistency, you gotta knock her down at least a little spot for consistency. Because hers is not. She can put a whole meet together with her if her mind is in it.
I think Bethany scored as well as she scored because she's an Olympian. I think if it was when she gets to classics and stuff, and they, I don't think she's.
Why would the overscoring stop at classics and nationals?
Well, you're right, but still, I feel the way I feel. I stand by what I stand by.
I think this was this a fairly even scoring meet. Do y'all guys think? I think it was.
Yeah, it wasn't overscored. It was.
No, there were no big scores.
I'm surprised. To be honest, I'm surprised with the way that other countries choose to give out scores. We didn't see some undeserved 14-7s.
The highest score was
nope.
was like a 13.65 on bars.
Don't worry, the Americans are saving those scores for when it's actually on TV. It's about, oh my gosh, she scored a 15.8. That's the highest beam score in the world this year.
They'll start getting inflated when nationals come. They'll boost everybody up like a half a point, like 0.5.
That's why Hesley got her Olympians overscoring. Other people was going to get their Olympian overscoring too. So it's going to balance itself out. How do you feel, Oscar?
About what? I'm looking for the national team. I can't, and I'm not sure how to find it. But how do I feel about what?
The power ranking that I did. How would you put the people?
Oh, I agree with the top. I think. I think Hesley should be higher than Izzy. Wait, let me find this for 1 second. Okay, I found it.
So when is nationals? Is it in August?
August.
Oh, maybe I would put Kamara Williams in my top 10.
I know. Probably waiting to go to Georgia. Or in Khaleesi to go and go. Just saying. Wait this
I
year
was
out.
thinking
Go to
about
Georgia.
putting Zoe Malamo on my, because I mean she did compete this year.
Oh, she would definitely be in my top 10 but I
If
was
she
like,
wasn't injured, yeah.
yeah, she wasn't injured. Would you put Tatum Drush now that you know who she is?
If I'm saying Tiana is number
11.
11, then Tatum is number 12.
And what about Nola Matthews?
She's not an all-rounder in my opinion.
She's what?
She's not an all-arounder in my opinion.
Even though she's beating all your faves consistently in the all-around. Okay.
Hey, the judges love Nola for whatever reason.
So we gotta see them all together at the same meet so we can like direct compare. This is hard to do and they have all at the same meet.
It is. And they all fall on different events, different times.
Exactly, yeah.
Every single one of them. Every single one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna reorder your the same 10 gymnasts. I would still put Jayla first. I will put Claire second as well. And Ashley third as well. So that's all the same. And then I would put Hesley fourth. And
Dulcie.
oh, it's hard.
What did Tiana score in the all-around at Pan Am?
I don't think she did the all-around. She just did beam.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Why don't you think they sent Simone Rose to Pan Am's? Because I feel like they like putting her on teams.
I think she's upgrading her routines now.
Did she go to just solo?
Yeah.
Because nobody went to both, right? No one went to Pan Am's and just solo, right?
Yeah, I think she went to Pan Am's and yeah, she went to Jesselo, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Ashley go to both? Oh no, she didn't go to Pan Am's?
No,
No.
she go to Pan Am's.
Simone didn't go to Pan Am. She went to DTV and Jesselo, and Ashley went to DTV and Jesselo.
I feel like maybe I want to put Simone fifth. Just because I feel like she's found some consistency. Would you agree? Or no?
I mean, with Simone, my issue with her is, again, potential over reality. And, I think she has the potential to be higher on my list. But in reality, I think 10th is about right for her.
Do you see her? Do you see her improving more on D or E?
I hope E.
What does she need to do, or what is actually happening?
Where do you see the potential for growth?
Her execution, her leaps. I know she can be better than what she's doing. Routine construction. I think there are better skills for her routines that she can do, better combinations than what she's doing.
I agree. She has issues with her gymnastics elements. But I love that you sound optimistic about her improving it.
I still have her ranked at number 10. Like, it's not that optimistic.
I think Rose needs another year. I think because she's first year senior last year. This year she's really getting her feet wet. I think next year she'll come out guns blazing next year. I hope.
She's going to be a
Yeah.
wonderful gymnast at UCLA when she gets there.
Florida.
She's coming to Florida?
Her and Jayla, yes. And Dulcie.
Oh God.
And Dulcie. So you got three. Three-headed
All this
monster heading to
talent for Florida for them to just bullshit it away.
Where do you think Claire's gonna go?
Claire feels
Oklahoma.
UCLA to me. UCLA or Oklahoma, yeah, to me. Or even Utah. I get Utah vibes too from her.
Utah is the perfect school for yeah. There we go. Utah.
I wonder.
I would have said Stanford, but they done. Got to see where the program's for to go.
Okay, so I'll put Simone 5th, and then I'll put I'll put why are you guys fans of Dulcie Kaler?
She has good vault and good floor when she hits floor. She's good on beam when she hits beam. Plus, she won the damn training camp that picked the team to Pan Am's a lot. And so if she hits, she's up there with the top all-arounders. It's just if.
Yeah, I agree. It's asterisk.
But do you
When she
think
hits.
that her hitting is like, is it competitive on any level, or just like in a lesser fields?
No, I think if she would have hit, she could have competed with Jayla for the top girl at Pan Am's, but she didn't hit.
Okay, she fell on bars, right? Or something.
She fell on bars. She went out of bounds a lot on floor.
Floor, yeah.
Okay. I kind of, yeah. Sometimes I feel like I expect too much from her. And that's my fault.
I think it's because she's a WCC gymnast.
I was just about to say that, Misha. You expect, yes. It's the same thing with Tiana. This is why everybody reads Tiana so badly, because she goes to WCC. So it's that expectation of, you go to Simone's gym, bitch, y'all supposed to win. Like,
I totally see that, and I think that's happening. But could it also be that like they had really strong showings, like the first year they kind of broke out as a junior or senior elite, and like they haven't necessarily improved as much as I thought they would?
I wouldn't say that's true for Dulcie. I would say that's true for Tiana. But Dulcie is giving you that. I never was on the radar anyway, so hell, I'm lucky y'all even talking about me. So,
but did she make trials last year? Didn't Dulcie make trials for WCC?
I'm not sure.
She got the last spot or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, but look how many people was hurt. So I'm not. That's not.
So yeah.
Maybe I'm sleeping. And you think Dulcie deserves to be below Alicia?
Yes, just because Alicia, even though she didn't do the hardest routines here, I see the potential. But it's American classes, girl. You can't read too much into that shit. But
no, but she does her routines really well. She's really comfortable with them, and she's good at.
She's clean.
But I feel like she's been doing that for a while. But like, again, maybe unfair expectations. I'll put her 6th actually instead of Dulcie, and then I'll put Dulcie 7th, and I'll put Miley 8th. Which might be too high, but I'm fine with that. So that means Gabrielle. Did I skip someone?
He never put Esley on there.
I put Hesley fourth. That was the first difference I had.
Yeah, he had a fourth.
Who's your fifth?
Simone Rose. Then Alicia Zoe.
You're forgetting the girl who came in second here. I forget her name.
Stassi, Izzy Stassi.
Izzy Stassi, thank you.
Okay, I'll put Gabrielle Hardy ahead of her. So
okay,
great. And Nisha, do you want to make your own also, or is it the same as Michaela's?
It's kind of the same. I would just probably have his a little, maybe fifth on my list.
Excellent. Great. Now we have this diary entry to look back on.
we're gonna be so wrong come Nationals watch.
Watch this, Jordan Child, Jade. I'm telling you, I really expect this team to be Jordan, Leanne as the top two all-arounders. Somehow, some combination between Shiley, Sky, and Jay Carey or Jocelyn Robertson.
Okay, all veterans.
No.
I just can't see I can't see the veterans really like coming back because it's only been a little bit of talk and no gymnastics. But if the veterans are there, I can't imagine them not making any teams.
And see, this is where I disagree with y'all, and y'all not hearing it. Rebecca already said she's not doing the all-around. Simone is not around. This is a lot of their chance to win the all-around title that they're never going to have. They're going to take it.
Well, that might be how they feel, just because Simone's been dominating for so long. But like now that Simone
it's not just that. It's no Simone and no Rebe. Shiley is not at full strength.
Shiley's in coach mode.
There is no.
Do you think Jessica's gonna make a play?
Gadarova?
Yeah.
No. There is no Jessica Gadarova. Suni is out there being a superstar. Like, this is a lot of their opportunities as an American.
Nikova is banned. Listinova, ACL.
Correct. So, I know it seems unrealistic. Even if they don't try all the way to 2028, I think this is Jordan Child's best opportunity. If she wants to win an all-around title, this is it. This is Leanne Wan's best opportunity. If she wants to win an all-around title, this is it.
This is Ellie Black's best chance.
This is Ellie Black's best chance. This is
Leah Monica Fontaine.
Best chance. This is Fish from Italy. Manila's best chance. Like, I think a lot, especially for the Americans, and like for like the younger girls like Jayla and Claire, like I don't think they could handle Manila. I don't think they could sit up there and handle Ellie Black if she's hitting at her best. I don't think they could deal with them girls in China. But you know who I think can? Leanne Wan, Jordan Child, Charlize Jones, Sky Blakely, the veterans, Jocelyn. I even think Jocelyn Robertson could come in third if she wanted to do the all around for real, right now.
No, not them bars.
Yeah. But her vaulting floor could make up for it so hard. Like, and she's not bad on being when she's on. So, I mean, I think Jocelyn could play. Like, I just don't see these young girls touching these veterans if they want to play. Like, now, It's the if they want to. A lot of them may not want to. They be like, look, I'm tired.
And they want to rest in peace. I agree.
Or they might try and their bodies might not let them.
Correct. Or Jay Carey could be like, look, girl, I'm over here eating tuna, girl. I don't want to try this year. Jordan Charles may be like, you know what? I also want to eat tuna this year. I don't want to try. You know?
Wait, but I think Jade said she's not trying for this year.
I know she said she's not trying, but see, even Jim Castix now is throwing out that maybe Jade. So it makes me think that Jade sees the light and might be trying. Might.
So we can't take her word for sure.
Because this is just like, again, I know this sounds stupid to the non-gymnastics people, but winning a world title means something. Even this year, look at how many Americans have pimped this. I was the world champion after the Olympics. Alicia Sacramone. Well, yeah, for Flora, what's her face? Chelsea Member. Morgan Hurd. Bridget Long. Simone Biles. That's how she launched her career. Like, I mean, so winning the world title after the Olympics. Shannon Miller. That's a great one, actually. Shannon Miller. We all get to say Leanne Wong was the second best gymnast in the world when technically the Olympics and the Worlds happened the same year. So I don't know if that's an accurate statement, but
that won't stop us.
It won't stop us. So, I mean, winning that world title after the Olympics is it's the way to either.
Yeah, I know that year was the same year, so they don't like no. No, I know better. Said Kayla was third. No, I know better.
Kayla DiCello was third at the Worlds, not in the Worlds, at Worlds. So it's just like, it's a very meaningful title. And we have to always remember this Olympics is in America. So I keep saying this. I think every American gymnast that can walk is going to try for this Olympic Games.
Maybe this is the LA Quad. American.
Every gymnast that could walk in Atlanta tried for Atlanta. Now, was it successful? No. But they tried.
What was the craziest comeback?
Kim Zemesco ass out of nowhere.
No one from 88?
No, see again. I said you have to be able to walk. So, you know, they was breaking them girls left and right. Like they were like, you got 4 years, bitch. After this 4 years, you're broken by. I think Christy Phillips tried in 2000. Yeah, that lady tried again in 2000.
That's right. That's a long time to. It's a long pause.
Hell, Kim Zemesco tried again in 2000 again under Mary Lee Tracy in 98. Yeah, I think it was 98.
So she was training with Dominique Moceanu?
No, in 98, Dominique Moceanu was with...
Oh, the Romanian lady.
Yes. Anyway, that being said, I think this is a wonderful place to end the show. I am tapped out. Yeah. Now I'm sleepy, so we'll see what we gotta do with Wicked tonight. But we'll try. I'm trying. Bye, everybody. Bye, Misha. Bye, Oscar.
Have a good weekend.
Bye. I don't think we have any more gymnastics meets for like 2 weeks. So until US classes, I think we're done.
See you then.
See you then. Bye, everybody.